Hello and welcome, I am Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's play more City Skylines, the city of blackjack and hookers, with more blackjack and more hookers than Matt's city, also known as A-Spec, who's playing live on Twitch right now. We've got $2.2 million. I'm almost tempted to just cash out and go home, you know, just call it good. City's complete, it's done, it's over. So I've got this crazy idea. We're gonna try something. I don't know if it's gonna fit, but I'm gonna try my best to make it fit. We're gonna put these things between each unit. And it's gonna look so cool. It's totally gonna help out with traffic, I swear. It really will. Unless it doesn't, in which case, you know, let's just pretend like I never did it. We might not even need these things anymore, but so here's the idea. I want to do, first off, we want to make this into an actual highway. And it really should have the barriers. Sound barriers. People are going to be upset about sound with all this stuff here. So the idea is, hey, we have a new subscriber. Miha, the Slayer. The Slayer. The idea is that we want to have these highways that are going to run alongside the city, like, areas. And they can be used to actually get people out. So that instead of using these little micro connections between the two cities, like, we're gonna, first off, we're gonna kill these. And we're gonna run this highway straight through with the things. Make sure they're all nice and upgraded. Cool. Okay. Before I forget, I'm gonna upgrade these ones as well. That's what all this money's for. We've been saving it for a rainy day. It's our war chest. Alright, so let's see if we can make this work. We're gonna go with barriers, and we need these to be elevated. This is the thing. Like, we're gonna have an elevated highway that's gonna go through there. So we're gonna go like this. Not upgrade mode, straight lines up by one level. And we want to go, like, up by just one, I think. And then, like, as short as we can. Okay, and now we want to just kind of go straight through. So, like, here. All still going to be elevated. And it's all got the barrier, which is good. And now here's the tricky part. I need to try to make sure this is lined up properly. What if we... how do we make sure that it's straight? I guess you just kind of eyeball it, huh? Eyeballing it feels so dirty. I don't like it. Slope is too steep. See, I eyeballed it wrong. Look at that. See? It's too close. Alright. It's close. It's not quite perfect. The engineers behind this construction have all been shot. Alright, so we got that thing running through, right? Now here's the real question. Can we connect the highway down this way, and will we be able to do, like, the multiple ramps that I want? And if we can, it's going to be so beautiful. And if we can't, then I'm just going to have to delete some of our city to, like, make it possible. Because I really want to do it. What if we go... Would we have special services here or something? Or is there some other reason we can't destroy them? It's going to work. We're going to find a way. I think they're too compact. Anyway, there we go. If we go, like, straight, we can make it happen. Sweet. Okay. So these ones are going to have to go... I'd almost like it to have... like, 2 connections each. I don't know if it's going to work. Like, if you could go... up to there... But then if you could also go under it. And then connect through, like, on the other side? Is that even going to be possible? We'd have to, like, really go a long distance. I don't think it's going to work. We might have to settle for just 2 entries. Oh, these big houses, they're going to go... They're gone. Sorry. Big commercial buildings. Oh, hey, look at that. Only one of them has to get destroyed. That's good. And then I guess that means that you're gonna have to go down and down. Well, I don't know how I'm gonna handle connecting, like, the 2 sides. Because, like, right now, let's say you're in this region and you want to get over here. It's not gonna really work. Like, you can't just use these roads to do it. Any particular reason why it's not letting me kind of... Well, I guess that does work. It just looks weird. Yeah, they should not be curved that way. Be curved this way. Why are you doing this to me, game? Curve that way. Why you do this? Alright, fine. It's just gonna have to be hideous. I'm not gonna worry about it. The chat says what? Sharp turns slow them down? Yeah, well. It happens. See, that one let me curve it that way. Alright, well, it works. So, I guess, in theory, like, they could just get on the highway and then go do a loop-de-loop, right? Let's say you're in this house, right? And you need to get to there. Well, you might leave here, you'd follow one of these roads, you'd get onto the ramp, which currently leads to nowhere, but soon it'll lead to somewhere. Alternatively... Now, there's gotta be a way that I can run these roads underneath. Maybe not. Well, for now, we just have a little turnaround. See what happens. We'll see what happens with the traffic here. But the whole idea is to, like, avoid having these high traffic area connections. And we want to use these highways. Where are you going? Distance is too short, it says. Indeed it is. Alright, we should be on speed 3 as well. Yep, so they're using this thing as like a loop to turn around right now. We'll give them an actual thing like that for now. That way they won't have to take the double loop. We're caught in an endless loop. It's a circle. I do think if I could have maybe have left just a little bit of extra space, that we could have actually had more like highway stuff between the city units, then this thing could have worked out pretty well. Don't you think? Like right now there's a lot of traffic here. And this is people trying to get from here over to there. However, long term, if I don't put these things, these kind of highway solutions in place, we're just gonna have big issues. Heard the new subscriber sound? His name is Delibee. Thanks for subscribing. So, maybe I should just build these city units. Keep building them, but make them farther apart. Additionally, we should probably start connecting these things here too. Not operating normally. Might be a bit excessive. I might be able to get away with the on-ramps. These things cost a little bit less. $1.28 per cell per week versus $1.30. Sorry, versus just $1.32. They're much more expensive, triple the price. But they don't have the, you know what? That's probably the other advantage of these things. They're probably easier to curve. You could fit them in smaller. So maybe we could sneak one of these guys in. Let's test something here. What if instead of doing the triple, what if we did use just the on-ramp? What if we had one of you guys go that way, and then we had another one of you guys go down beneath this thing. Here, let's continue the highway a little bit. And if we did the ramp... See, I almost feel like I just need to have a little tiny bit of extra space between them so that I could actually just bring it up like that. Like, if I could fit it like that, it would work pretty well. But because I built them too close, we've kind of got to go, like... We got to go under it. And there's stuff in the way and stuff. And then if we actually got under it, then we could bring it up. You see how absolutely garbage hideous that is. So that's not going to happen. But yeah, I think a single lane's more than acceptable, really. Probably. Interest ramps are always on the right side. True, but in this game it doesn't seem to like make any difference. Like you can have entrances on the left. Why not? So for right now I don't think this has helped at all. But I'm experimenting with this layout and I think that if I could get this like kind of built into the grid layout that we're using, like long term it would solve a lot of traffic problems by having highways in between the different regions. Especially with regard to getting people out of the city to work. Of course, the other thing I need to do is just actually take the time to set up buses properly. Now that we have the metro kind of established, we've got the metro connection from each region down that way. 671 people are using it. I need to do more buses. Let's create some bus routes. This bus route I think is rather stupid. What I want to do is, we're going to use buses just basically to get people to the metro, and that's about it. So let's grab this line. Everyone's unhappy that I destroyed the bus line. Of course they are. And I want to just run, like, let's say... Can we get away with one bus loop per region? Per little district? Or do we need two? Somebody was suggesting that buses should go, like, in straight loops. Why don't we try this? Let's have you go every block. Hey, it's Paradox Christmas music. Alright, so you'll do that loop there. And then we'll create another loop that kind of goes in the other four. So this one can go from here. Around this way. Stop off at the metro. Continue to here. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted at all. There we go. So we got two separate bus loops in this region that kind of mostly run in the side streets. Of course, these are the streets that also have a lot of traffic, so might cause issues. But then again, buses are supposed to reduce traffic, so they should make things better, in theory, right? So that's one route. Let's do the same thing up here. I think that this might help. This should encourage people to use the buses to actually get to the metro to get to work. That is the plan, at least. Well, let's let that run for a little bit. That's only 2 of the 4 district things. I don't want to spend a huge amount of time designating them all, but if that number changes significantly, then we'll know we've done something right. This is the exact vision I had in my head for the buses in your city. It feels so good to see you implement it. Sweet. Well, we're seeing some houses upgrade. That could just be for reasons. Could have nothing to do with the bus routes. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead. Why not? If we're gonna do it, let's fully implement it. It's not supposed to go that far, is it? It's supposed to stop here. So I'm actually getting a little bit quicker at designating it out. After you've done it a few times. Kind of have an idea in your head of what you want it to look like. It's not that hard to do. Although I have to say, at least for me, it was a little bit unintuitive at first. Like, I asked Matt on the stream yesterday, Matt being a spec, Paradox guy. I was like, so how do you bus routes? And I was kind of trying to be like funny, you know, like how do you even do that type thing? But he just was like, oh, you just do it like this, bam. Like, that's not at all what I meant, Matt, but thanks. I was talking like bus strategy, not like how do you put a bus route in the game. I know how you put them in the game. I meant like placement, you know, like where are you supposed to put them? What's the proper strategy in a bus? Like who here has played Bus Simulator? That's kind of what we're looking for. We need a Bus Simulator expert. Railroad Tycoon or something. Alright. So we have 8 routes. Let's wait and see how that does. We'll see. 5 whole tourists per week. I do think this is going to take time to update. I think it's going to work right away. And if we really needed to, we could make buses free to encourage people to use it. Bus revenue's on the rise. 815, 800, 802, and back down again. People are taking the metro a lot more though. $2,000 a week. 2,400 now. Why don't we give it a shot? What if we make the buses free? See, I feel like that should have really done more than it has, but I guess I haven't done the buses right. Wouldn't it reduce traffic on the roads a little bit when one goes clockwise, the other goes counterclockwise? That's a good point. I don't know. 30 passengers. I mean, there's 30 people on this bus. 30 on this bus. Like, the buses are full. So they have to be doing something, right? The whole idea is that the buses should be bringing them over to the endpoint, which is down here, the metro. Look at all those people on the metro. Now you guys are all probably waiting for the bus, right? Okay. I like how that car just like drove through people. We have a new subscriber. Just heard the sound effect. What was that? I can't make there be more buses. I know I can increase funding, but just spending more money on it. If we do that, we're actually losing money on the buses, which is fine, but this is like probably, in my opinion, one of the least intuitive parts of the game. All these sliders reduce the amount of like efficiency that you get for each one. Except buses, it's not like you can say like, this is how many buses I want. Like I can't just say I want this many more buses. I've just got a slider, and it doesn't specifically like increase or decrease the amount of stuff. If we look at the traffic, the routes, 5 vehicles. Hardship save 27%. 37%. And according to these, it's saving a lot of... I mean, it's probably better to have than to not have, but... Man, look at that fleet of garbage trucks. These are all garbage trucks. How are we doing on garbage, by the way? Incinerators are almost able to keep up, but not quite. Actually, they're a little bit ahead. Garbage production, incinerator capacity. We're doing okay. Probably need more incinerators. And they need water. Alright. How the landfill's looking? 48% full. Do they automatically empty them out? Like, if they can? Like, the incinerators pull from there? I think they do. So, this whole traffic thing... Still, there's got to be a better way to do it. If I had room for one more row of highway or something, I could space these out and it would totally work fine. I don't know. Alright, okay, well, I'm going to take a short break here. I do look forward to seeing you in the next video. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.